Good afternoon, guys and girls. I am your voice of choice, the verbose villain, DrMarxout, bringing you this week's episode of Storm. We've been delayed a couple days. We were supposed to do this Wednesday night. Unfortunately, we had some unforeseen travel issues. We were going to do it yesterday, but we ran into some traffic issues today. We were going to do it earlier, but we were delayed by the first ever tandem cornhole axe throwing competition. It was a mess. Someone lost an arm. But we are kicking things off with Blitz Division action as we see the return of Jacob Oxley, still wearing that F Mayhem shirt. We know he is a former member of Project Mayhem. Was dropped unceremoniously by the debut of Amadeus Keith. Supernova in the feed. Yes, I know it's about time. Things happen. Life happens. We in here. And Nightmare's also in here, making his return to the Storm Shelter after his impressive showing in the Super Junior World Cup over in High Class. Available on demand. Wearing that slightly modified gear, that new mask. Also looks like he's kind of stealing from another horror icon in the wrestling biz. I'm not allowed to mention names, even though he's a freelance guy, sort of freelance guy. Nightmare would make it all the way to the finals. Well, you know what, dude? That's fair. We have been slacking in our shows. We're going to try to actually do 2 shows next week. But we'll see how that works out. As Nightmare and Oxley both look ready. Blitz Division is a go. Feels like it's been 12 years since I said that. Oxley opening things up with the running Bulldog. Ran down the shots. Munchkin landed DDT on Nightmare, which is a 1.5 feet because Nightmare's about 17 feet tall. Oxy with a diving forearm strike off the middle rope. Nightmare fighting back with the jawbreaker counter from the ground. Has a hold of Oxley. Demon kick. Stolen from one of the greats. Drives that padded masked knee into the spine of Oxley. Both of our guys from the Super Junior World Cup that showed up well will be in action today. Oxley with the, gets caught with the very Irish whip. Nightmare looking for the suplex, gets turned into an arm breaker. Oxy runs through for the splash, gets reversed into an arm breaker from Nightmare, and trading shots here. Powerbomb at Oxley. Gets caught with the arm drag. Yeah, Oxley hasn't been delivering as well as he should be. Nightmare with the schoolboy roll up. Turns into a butterfly DDT. Fireman's carry. Drops into the hot shot from Nightmare. First cover attempt of the match. Only gets a 1. Nightmare trying to scope out what his next move is. Heads up topside. Dives with the elbow, gets nothing but mat. Oxy going for shots. Nightmare blocks with the shot to the big lariat to the outside. Nightmare, former 2-time tag team champion. There is a whole lot of upside to him, mostly because he is 17.5 feet tall. Oxy with the headbutt. Gets sent into that corner. Stuffs the takedown attempt. Snapmare driver. Nightmare once again fighting back with the jawbreaker. Runs through, looks like he was going for a famous, or Oxley turned around, got caught with a backstabber instead, and only gets a 1 count out of it. Oxley trying to fight back with the up kick. Runs into another arm drag counter from Nightmare. Flips him out another demon kick, catches him flush behind the ear. Driven spine first out top turnbuckle and beeled into the center of the ring. Nightmare off the ropes, runs through with the double axe handle. Falls into the cover one more time. Has yet to break a 2 count here. Hammer locks that arm. Stretches the other one backwards. This is just, ew, don't do it. No, please don't. Try to break that wrist. That was gross. Oxy grabs a hold of the leg and hits him with the dragon screw. Both of these men will be taking part in our Blitz Division Battle Royal at our next pay-per-view, Night of Horror. Oxy with the running leg right into the corner. Comes running out with the Bulldog. Just not sold if it's Night of Horror, real horror show yet. Oxidation kick, drops Nightmare. Oxley into his first cover attempt of the match. And only gets a 1 off of one of his biggest shots. Nightmare fighting off the ground with the arm drag takedown one more time. Maintains wrist control. Steps on the elbow one more time. Try to take the oxygen deprivation out of the equation. And we finally get a 2 count, but not much more than that. Misaki kicking Oxley just shrugs it off. Spins Nightmare out and with the neck breaker. Pendulum elbow drop. Bounces that elbow joint off the mat. That Battle Royal will be 20 men, with the winner becoming the new champion. Powercat has decided he wants to defend his newly won title in that Battle Royal. Prove that he is truly the best in the company. Low kick by Nightmare. We've seen him win matches with this in the Super Junior World Cup. I don't know what he calls it. Maintains leg control. Wins his match here. Picking up that momentum going into that big Battle Royal. This match was about 70% Nightmare. Oxy got in some decent offense, including that big oxidation kick, which absolutely melted Nightmare. Right there, that spinning back heel kick. I must say, the Irish that we have here love their kicks. Still not as good of a striker as Iggy, but let's face it, no one is, except for Wizard, but he doesn't count because he's Wizard. Nightmare would try to dissect those arms of Oxley throughout the match. Looked like he was setting up for an arm submission more than Oxley was. That cross-legged fisherman buster would spell victory for Nightmare in the end, though. As he looks ready to claim singles gold in 2 weeks. So we move on to women's action. As Christy Wen, Nevaeh Carter, and Beck Wild, who I still cannot believe is under the hypnosis of Skeevy Ray Vaughn, the formerly undefeated Skeevy Ray Vaughn, but has left the umbrella of the Wild Stallions, also known as the We Got Beat by Skeevy Club. Carter's been looking good in the tag team division with her oft rival, now partner, Cassie Pandemonia. It's been so long I forget half my people's names. I don't got the list with me. I'm a terrible announcer right now. Boo this man. Please don't boo me. Just follow me. But to be fair, Skeevet Raymond lost to Eito Kajiwara, who is the new Supernova Pro Cruiserweight Champion. And he put up the helliest of fights. Both Skeevert and Eito will also be in the Battle Royal, which I'm being told now may end up expanding to 30 men. And it will be triad-wide, so we'll see how that goes. Speaking of both Battle Royals and Skeevy Ray Vaughn, if you missed our Leon White Memorial Battle Royal a week and a half ago or so, you missed Nigel Von Bartleby taking the big old Haas fight and has set himself up for #1 contendership to Ray Damonio at a real horror show. Unfortunately, our insurance will not let us have a big old women's battle royal, so we have to try to figure that out. I do know both champion and challenger in the women's division, Callie Dane and Misaki, will be meeting here tonight. Misaki, who's also being known as the cannot get out of the Danger Zone club, has fallen victim to it both here in Blitz. It fallen to Val Savage's version of it down in Supernova. And I want to say she caught one in high class. I might have to go to the books on that. All three of these women would love to get back into title contention, both singles and tag team. As young Nevaeh Carter makes her way down. Misaki has kind of been catching some L's here and there. But she looks good every time she does it, so can't be mad at that. Nevaeh Carter, owner of probably the grossest looking finisher in the triad. That top rope pearly gate stunner, which is just, it's mean. Yeah, Misaki's trying to take Breeze's title for busiest woman in the triad. Second busiest woman, because her hairstylist is probably the busiest woman in the triad, having to keep up with that hair dye. Should try to get that on lockdown. Carter and Chrissy Wen look ready. We await the entrance of the inaugural women's champion here in Blitz. They're also the most successful members of Project Mayhem. They're the only successful members of Project Mayhem right now. Cade's turning up L's. Ripley's turning up L's. Palmer at least is still looking like he's got a shot. I know Gates has a shot, but... Of course, Keith and Vega are #1 contenders for our tag team titles. 1.5 contenders. Which, the whole tag team division across Supernova and Blitz right now is just... it's a nightmare. So our champions are the Hollywood Heroes. They have to defend against the Risen next week, which that is happening next week on Storm, for everyone keeping score at home. The Risen are the Cruiserweight champions down in Supernova, who also have a match at their next show against our Simon Terrell and Raiden Frost. So the tag teams here are just overlapping each other left and right. It's kind of a mess, but I love it. As Chrissy Wen goes immediately after Beck Wild, gets caught in the back, and then taken over with almost a tossing power slam by Nevaeh Carter. Turns her attentions to Beck now. Gets caught with the forearm for her troubles. Now, Insanity's former tag team champion over in high class. Beck with the big belly to Beck suplex. Gets caught with a monkey flip from Chrissy Wen. Caught 2 matches, 2 Munchkin Lane DDTs. As Chrissy sent off the ropes, gets caught with a lariat on the way back from Carter. Runs into a jawbreaker. Another monkey flip out of Chrissy Wen, showing that speed. So fast. Such quick. Wow. Chrissy gets caught with a shot knocked off that middle rope by Beck Wild. Caught with the back elbow on her way back in. Beck has not been the same since losing that women's title to Valentina. And getting caught by the amorous advances of Skeevy Ray. The only thing he's winning at right now. Fisherman suplex, no bridge out of Carter. Almost perfect. Pop-up Frankensteiner, because it was vertical. Back over the shoulders of Chrissy Wen. Then nasty chop block, trying to rip the knee out of place. German suplex off the middle rope. Beck Wild is a one-woman no-fly zone right now. He's looking for the Bulldog, gets kicked in the back by Chrissy Wen. Beck caught the jawbreaker. Rolls outside, we get Chrissy and Nevaeh going one-on-one DDT. Carter trying to look to fly now that Beck's out of the equation for a few minutes. Goes for that front dropkick, gets stuffed. Chrissy Wen put in the boots, falls into the cover. First one of the match, only gets a 1 count. Carter kick right across the sternum. Chrissy raining down shots from that middle rope. And then gets caught in the back by Nevaeh Carter, who hits Beck with that pendulum dropkick. Drives that knee into the spine. Runs through satellite tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Maintains control, whips down Chrissy Wen, who falls to the outside. Carter heading up top. Waits for Beck to get to her feet. Looked like she was going for almost a corkscrew bipolar coaster. Almost just turned into a senton. Beck dodged most of it. Carter into the cover one more time. Chrissy in, right as the count starts. Catches Carter with another kick to the face. Reverse DDT counter out into Nevaeh Carter. Maintains wrist control into the cutthroat. Holds on into a torture rack. And Beck laying in shots. Carter with a roll up into the prawn hold. Carter trying to steal one off of Beck here. Beck kicks out at 1. Fighting back with a split-legged jawbreaker. Sends Wen into that neutral corner. Chrissy stuffs the takedown into the gut wrench. Jawbreakers everywhere. Need to start the counter here. We're at about 37 in this match. Chrissy only gets a 1 count on the former champion. Goes for the dropkick. Beck out of the way. Beck flips out of the slam attempt by Carter. Runs through with that shotgun boot. Up and over on Chrissy Wen. Snaps her down with the neck breaker. Chrissy rolling to the outside. Leaving Beck and Carter. Carter's still down after that nasty shotgun kick. Pulls Carter away from the ropes, into the cover. Only gets a 2 count. Beck has a hold of Chrissy. Moose Knuckles holds on for the pin. Chrissy kicks out of it at 2.5. Beck feeling herself right now. Big draw kick, drops Wen. Hits her with another one. Beck ducks the clothesline. Into the crossbody, gets caught. Dropped into the gutbuster. And Chrissy up and over the tilt-a-whirl DDT. Spikes Nevaeh Carter. Wen flips out of the suplex by Beck. Spins her in a rolling cutter. That was gross. Into the cover, ref slightly out of position. Only gets a 1. With the wheelbarrow, flips her into the neck breaker. Dead center of the ring. Ducks Carter's clothesline, hits her with another neckbreaker variation, falls into the cover on Beck. That slight delay could have caused that 2 count. Goes for the dropkick one more time, Beck felt it coming, dodges it. Chrissy up and over, falls into the neckbreaker one more time. Beck still has some fight left in her, kicks out at 2. Carter and Wen exchange kicks. Rolling Savate kick. Gets blocked. Standing switch in the corner. Carter takes advantage. Puts the boots to Nevaeh. I'm sorry, she's Nevaeh. To Chrissy Wen and hits her with another pendulum drop kick. And Beck is just taking pinfall attempts one after another here. Kicks out at 1. Carter looking to rake the eyes. Beck fights out of it. Shotgun kick one more time out of nowhere. Shades of Showtime. And then ties up Carter in that vice-like maneuver. Carter fights out of it. The bear trap? Can we call it the bear trap? Carter looking for the suplex on Beck. Beck fights out of it. Saito suplex of her own. Her hair gives her plus 15 in defense. Snap suplex on Chrissy Wen, floats over into the cover. It's much like the Masks of Mayhem. The hair just took an up kick though. Skyliner out of Chrissy Wen out of nowhere. Into the cover, Carter finally back on her feet. Just a second too late, Chrissy Wen just picked up a huge victory over Beck Wild. That surprise Skyliner. There was the first shotgun kick to Carter. Wen would get caught by the Moose Knuckles, would find a way to kick out of it. One more look at it. Shades of her former mentor, Adam Robinson. There was that rolling cutter out of Carter. Wen. Why do I keep calling her Carter? The Chrissy Wen fan club has a new member and president. Population 1. Chrissy Wen taking this moment to appreciate for herself. I want to say this is her first televised win. Nope, second. She actually has a win over Callie Dane before Callie went crazy. So if you missed High Class Wrestling Super Junior World Cup, Hyper Suzuki was the winner of Night 1. Dougal Devlin was the runner-up on Night 3. On his journey to being runner-up, however, Dougal Devlin managed to tap out both Shi Midori and the greatest wrestler in the history of the Triad, the GOAT, Wizard. Dougal Devlin has now made it his mission to prove his superiority over all Japanese cruiserweights across the triad. We know that his former tag team partner, Murphy Law, and him defeated the Syndicate back at World War E. Wants to prove that he can still beat all the members of the Japanese contingency here in the triad. Hey, it's him, not me. I didn't say that. Lay down the challenge of a submission match, which obviously plays to his specialty, and Hyper Suzuki, for some reason, accepted. I don't know. You watched one of your tag team partners and your mentor tap out to this guy. I don't know why you want to fight Dougal Devlin in a submission match. He is Ricky Shea levels of scary. As the leg breaker himself looks to get a win back in Ireland's column for the night, as Jacob Oxley did what Jacob Oxley do best. That's catch L's. Hyper Suzuki looking swanky as ever in that suit. Former multiple-time Cruiserweight champion. Sorry, they're junior champions in high class. Is one of the guys that helped set up Hajime Puro's Super Junior division. Was unable to participate due to just experience level. I know that Dougal has intentions on entering the Battle Royal to try to reclaim that Bliss Division belt that he was the first champion of. I'm not sure if Suzuki's accepted our invitation yet. I will have to find that out. As we get wrestling right in the middle of the ring. That overhead key lock. Suzuki transitions into a standing side headlock. I don't know that Hyper Suzuki has ever won a match by submission. That capture suplex, double underhook style, up and over from Devlin. Suzuki fights back with the jawbreaker, runs over with the DDT. I suppose you can beat a guy in a submission. We know that Suzuki is probably the most dangerous striker in the junior divisions across the triad. Gets caught with the poison mist, though, out of Devlin early. Dropped into the shin breaker. Devlin holds on, dragon screw to that same knee. We know that mist is a Japanese staple, and Devlin has just completely stolen it. Suzuki rolls through after the arm drag, drops that knee. Extends that arm. Leg drop to the back of the wrist joint, brother. You can't grab a hold of a limb if you can't close your hand. Suzuki with a standing go behind into the German. Arm breaker out of Suzuki. Suzuki has chosen his limb of choice. Hip toss out of the corner. Suzuki up top. Seated drop kick. Dragon sleeper. Was that Evan Richards' last singles match before he took his L here? Step over toe hold, shades of Terry Funk out of Devlin. Goes for the low kick, gets caught, kicked on the inside of the hamstring. Devlin fights back with a falling arm breaker. Ties those legs up, that inverted figure four, dead center of the ring. I want to say this is what tapped out Midori. Suzuki throwing the chops to that knee joint. Breaks the hold. Devlin fighting with an arm breaker. That wasn't an arm breaker, that was an elbow. I know my moves, I promise. Reverse DDT counter out of Suzuki. Devlin rolls outside of the apron. We're heading to the playground for the first time tonight. Nasty stalker style kick to the small of the back. Splits the uprights on the outside. Referee just there to count the submission. There will be no countouts here. Chippy Stacks with the NBC report. Suzuki with another Dragon Sleeper variation. Hugo Lazarus is in the back, cringing over his cup of blood. Devlin dropped throat first. Suzuki ties up both legs, pops those knee joints down to that surfboard stretch. Fujiwara out of Suzuki, but Devlin's arm immediately caught on that bottom rope. Devlin reached the ropes one more time out of the Dragon Sleeper. Fighting off the ground, trying to pop that elbow joint out. Spin Suzuki around. Cobra clutch backbreaker and then beals him out of their corner. Devlin runs through with the forearms. Ducks the lariat, flip over with the Pele kick. Devlin ties those knees up, that nasty package knee breaker. Brings Suzuki back to his feet. Suzuki fights back with the arm drag. Hits him with the vertical. Dragon Sleeper attempt again by Suzuki. Devlin fighting back with knees to the face. Rolls through. Ties up that knee bar. And Suzuki taps out. There's that rolling knee bar. Yeah, Lazarus definitely just wants to hurt you when he makes you tap out. That's definitely very valid. Devlin picks up another big win by submission. As we get set for women's action, as champion and challenger going to tie it up one more time before their big match. I've been recruiting from a lot of places, Mason. The recruitment window, however, is closed for this season. If you want to drop us a line either on Facebook at our page or drop us a line on the Tubes of You for next season, that can be a thing. Callie Dane, the new women's champion, taking on Misaki. Misaki, who finds herself in this #1 contendership very interestingly. Dane's already out in the ring, waiting for her challenger. Face paint and Fury's coming right in. Misaki with a double leg takedown, dropping bombs on Callie. Misaki holds a victory over Shauna Cole when she was still women's champion in high class. Crucifix driver quick. Only gets a 1 count, which would have, but that win over Cole would have allotted her a #1 contendership. She was drawn into the feud between Callie Dane and CC Bones. Decided she wanted the shot at Dane when she won. Misaki's dropkick gets stuffed off the mid-range jumper. Dane up and over, gets taken out with the shoulder tackle. It's been all Misaki here. Those nasty Misaki kicks, there's a reason why they are named after her. Spins Dane around on the outside. Nasty suplex, bounces the back of her neck off those mats. Dane fighting back with the Firewoman's carry counter. Misaki introduced to those steel steps. Dane with that right hand, clubbing blow to the back, makes it a pair. Finishes off with a pair of axe handles. First Woman of Mayhem finally getting something going here. Diving senton off that second rope. Putting the hooves to Misaki right now. There's those crossface style shots. Misaki rolls out of the way of more strikes, gets caught. Sent up and over by Dane. Runs into a Gamagiri by Misaki. Grabs a hold of Dane, sends her across into that corner. Grabs a hold of the throat. Choke slam into the... No. Looked like she was going for the choke slam. Dane flipped it into an almost STO. Misaki slow to get back to her feet. Gets booted in the face by Dane off that second rope. Dane with the big brain chop. Women's champion falls into the cover. Playing to the crowd here in the Storm Shelter. Violating Wizard rule in front of Wizard's sister. Callie Dane runs through with that kitchen sink knee to the sternum. Extends that arm back. We've seen Nightmare do this earlier, and it's gross every time. Nasty stomp to the wrist, trying to set up for that danger zone early. That behind the back reset stretch. Dane rolls it into the cover. Misaki out at 1.5. Misaki fighting back with the Firewoman's carry takedown. Has Dane up on the shoulders. Drops her with the snake eyes into that corner. And another Moto sleeper. Dane's feet slipped under that bottom rope. Hip style toss, arm drag. Dane down low with the kick, butterflies the arms. Has Misaki up. Showing all sorts of strength holding her there. Flips it into a slam finally. Callie Dane going back to work with that reset hold. Does not opt to roll it into the pin. Ties up Misaki's arms. Straight jacket brainbuster DDT. Misaki could be out here. No, finds a way out at almost 2. Dane once again playing in the crowd here. It's very unlike her. Spins Misaki around, grabs the arm. Ties her up into the danger zone, dead center of the ring. Could be looking for that quick tap out here. And gets it. Misaki still has yet to find an answer for that maneuver. Misaki came out hot, hit that crucifix, trying to get that quick win. After their quick tumble on the outside, the match would be almost all Callie Dane from that point. Trying to rip those arms backwards in that reset hold. That was the first one. She transitioned into the cover. Would hit that sick brainbuster DDT. It's not the sick brainbuster that Brandon Gates uses. It's just her version of it. Mayhem likes to share maneuvers. A little bit of crazy, a little bit of tea and crumpets, a little bit of just crazy baddiness. But our women's champion reigns supreme one more night. The first double champion here in Blitz. It's half of the most dominant women in the triad. It's only a matter of time before her and Bree set their sights on high classes women's division one more time. Speaking of Mayhem, the Mayhem Hosses, Amadeus Keith and Phoenix Vega, looking to take out their frustrations on the Hollywood Heroes. This match is non-title. The Heroes next week, however, will be taking on the Risen, and that match will be a title match. And the winners of that will take on Project Mayhem at a Real Horror Show. If you're the Risen, you definitely do not want to have to deal with Project Mayhem. Pretty sure Amadeus Keith is bigger than both members of the Risen by himself. The Hollywood Heroes, the most decorated tag team in the history of the Triad. More championship reigns than Bake has monikers. And that's a lot. The Men of Mayhem trying to look to get back into title, just the title picture. They're empty right now. Dane and Breeze are the only champions in Mayhem. We get set for our co-main event. Tag team action next here on Storm. As our champions, the first men out. Thomas in front, younger brother Jordan in the back. These two men may not be the Young Bucks they used to be, Hashtag shots fired. But are still proving that they have what it takes to be on top of a division. Still showing they have what it takes to be amongst the elite. Hashtag more shots fired. Saying when they finally retire, they want to be on the Mount Rushmore of digital triad wrestling. Hashtag one more shot fired. Subtle references everywhere. These two men of Mayhem that were not subtle at all. Phoenix Vega 6'10", about 325, I want to say. Amadeus Keith 7'3", 375. These guys are huge. Phoenix Vega was the last man to be eliminated by Nigel Von Bartleby in that Battle Royal. If he would have won and won that #1 contendership, their title match against the Heroes would have been postponed till after Real Horror Show, and that match would have been given to the Risen. So any way you shake it, Phoenix Vega had a title shot guaranteed at our next pay-per-view. I want to say I remember Keith looking impressive, but I honestly don't remember. I know he looked better than War and Peace did, who got dumped out in about 15 seconds. Vega in the paint, Keith in the mask. Keith has been nursing a neck injury for the last couple weeks. We'll see if that plays into effect here. May let Vega do most of the heavy lifting, if you want to call the Heroes heavyweight lifting. Jordan starting things off with Keith. Keith immediately with that short European uppercut. Has their arm stretched out, drops all the weight on the elbow joint of the younger Alexander brother. Runs in the fireman's carry counter. Heroes will look to exploit every bit of speed they have here with a big clothesline. As I say that, showing some power game. Jordan low with the kick. Sweep low, Chad low. Follows it up with the X Factor. Jordan thinking springboard. Gets that drop kick. Most men he would hit in the face with that. He maybe got Keith in the sternum. Gets caught with that short arm clothesline on the way back up. Looked like it just pissed the big man off. Keith wisely tags out, brings in Phoenix Vega. Want to say the most tattooed member of Mayhem. Has Alexander up, runs through with the power slam. Looked like he could have chucked him in the third row if he wanted to. Has a hold of that vice grip to that shoulder. Jordan sweeps the leg. Looking for the tag, had to fight back with an elbow. Gets caught with the arm drag takedown. Vega caught the jawbreaker for his troubles. Runs through with the forearm. Vega stagger, does not go down. Shoves Jordan away. Alexander sent into the Mayhem corner, not where you want to be. Keith up to the second rope. Double axe handle that exposed elbow joint. Big inverted choke slam. Both Mayhem hosses go to that move. Keith caught with an arm drag, catches Alexander, separation one more time. Extends that elbow joint out. Flips Jordan out. Jordan dives through, gets the tag, brings in Thomas. Catches Keith with a couple of chops, standing switch in the corner. Thomas up. Ew. Buckle bombs are bad. Big overhead gut wrench toss by Keith. Brings Vega back in. Quick tags by Mayhem. Phoenix Vega low with the kick. Pump handle. Up and over with the slam. Turns Thomas inside out. Dropping those size huge boots to the lower back of Thomas Alexander. Heads up to that second rope, mid-range jumper here. Dives down with the shoulder tackle, gets all of it. Thomas has maybe got 3 chops in for offense since he tagged in here. Fights back with a shot to the guts. Goes for that big clothesline, gets caught, dumped up and over with the back body drop by Phoenix Vega, who brings Amadeus Keith back in. Thomas stops the momentum with that knee to the sternum. Kicks down low. Looked like he was going to hatch suplex. Spins it out into a neck breaker on the outside. Refs count at 4. Jordan with the snap down. First off, that's Thomas. Secondly, it's a snapmare takedown, not a snap down. I knew what I meant. Refs count at 7. Thomas sends Keith back in. Up and over, trying to pop that knee joint out. First super kick of the match. I'd call it, but, you know, I'm not. I don't do the big yelly super kick. Keith, snapmare down. Hit with a double super kick out of the Heroes. Jordan into the cover. Vega right there to break it up. Falling neck breaker from Thomas. Takes out Phoenix Vega. Short leg drop from Jordan, brother. Makes it a pair. Trying to say that HH stands for something beyond just Hollywood Heroes. Hits Vega with that low famouser. Heads up to that second rope. Rolls through with the senton, gets nothing but mat. Vega with those 2 clubbing shots. Spins Jordan out into the power slam. We're going to get momentum back on the side of Project Mayhem here. Emerald Explosion, dead center of the ring. Jordan fighting back with a shoulder tackle. Tags on both sides here. Nasty boot, drops Thomas. Playing a little bit of possum with the arm breaker takedown on Phoenix Vega. Thomas looking to fly here. Big elbow drop. The 180. Just because he can. Going back to work on that knee joint. Trying to slow down Vega with that neck crank. Vega set neutral corner. Stuffs the takedown. Drops the forearm to that back of that shoulder joint. Runs with the knee to the face of Alexander. Vega trying to get the momentum back on his side here. That bear hug choke. Thomas fighting back with punches to the kidneys. Runs into that big throat chop. Reversal on the whip. Vega sent up and over. Thomas stretches him out, drops him with the neck breaker. Hung up on that second rope. Pair of clotheslines out of Alexander. Ducks the line. Super kick. Didn't get full extension on it. Went for another one. Got caught. Sent into the Mayhem corner. Catches Vega with the arm drag takedown. Runs into the jawbreaker counter. Vega thinking powerbomb. Thomas flips it into a DDT. Experience beats strength there. High speed neck breaker. Vega sat up right after it. Did not want to get covered. Gets caught with the Munchkin Lane DDT. Thomas back to work on that knee joint. Sends Vega into the Hero's corner. There's the Irish whip. Drop toe hold by Thomas. Elbow drop by Jordan. Dives through, gets Vega. Keith brought back in. Single leg drop kick. Big man showing some agility, makes it a pair. Decides he wants the hat trick. Jordan up on the shoulders, spun out. Welcome to Anarchy. Pulled away from the ropes. Keith into the cover. Thomas right there to break it up. Vega still on the outside. Reversal on the Irish whip. Lucha bump in the middle. Jordan still down after that. Welcome to Anarchy. Looks like he was just playing possum. Pushes Vega back. I don't keep calling him Vega. Keith back with the leg strength. Amadeus Keith sent into the Hero's corner. Showing some strength. Fireman's carry into the gutbuster. Thomas with the choke showing some aggression. Double axe handle. Keith just stood up out of it. Sick chop to the back. Follows it up with a kick across the chest. There's Vega. Second rope body splash. Only gets a 2.5 count. Vega pushing all that weight down in the center solar plexus. Jordan rising, he fights back, gets caught the fireman's carry takedown. There's that bear hug choke one more time. Thomas trying to hold on. Vega decides to let go, wants to inflict more punishment. Thomas sent into the Mayhem corner. Clothesline Russian leg sweep combination, the mouth of madness. Keith into the cover. And Project Mayhem get that big win as Vega tosses Jordan up and over. These two teams are 1-1 right now. There was that first super kick. Thomas Alexander had to aim about 30 feet in the air. Fought out of one of those bear hug chokes with shots to the kidneys. Would not fight out of the second one. Got that super kick attempt stuffed by Vega. These two men would exchange shots most of the match. There was a big welcome to anarchy on Jordan earlier. It was almost it there, but Thomas would break it up. It's Project Mayhem. On a roll here tonight. 2-0 on the night. I hope the Risen were watching. They will be fighting one of these two teams. Well, they'll be fighting the Heroes next week, but if they win, they will have to face Project Mayhem. So we get set for main event time. Is your teacher, rapper, villain, wrestler, champion, new champion, the headhunter champion Mega Ran, the man who ran the table in that Kaiju Warfare match, started the match and ended it, taking on the man he will face at Real Horror Show, the Grim Reaper himself. The man who wants to carry on Vader's legacy of being dominant hosses. Looking to tie it up one more time. We get set for main event time here. Ran already in the ring. And Grim coming out of the crowd. Northern Lariat already. Rand looks dazed. Main event bell is rang. Rand sending in that corner, sternum first. Grim tying him up in the tree of Keanu Reeves. Trying to choke the life out of him with those boots. Rand fighting back with an elbow. Runs through overhead belly-to-belly suplex. After Rand was the unfortunate victim of the Jabinski effect. Sorry, not Jabinski. Jabroni effect. Catches that big boot. Kicks Grim on the inside of the hamstring. Belly-to-belly suplex one more time. Rand almost became a darker, inverted version of himself. Began destroying cruiserweights left and right, demanded to be thrown into that warfare match. Came out victorious. Deadlift powerbomb sits him down. Going for the slam one more time. Grim fights out, goes for the takedown, gets stuffed to the DDT counter in the dead center of the ring. Ran with that axe handle to the top of the head of Grim. Big right hand drops. Rand trying to pop that elbow joint out. Grabs that beard in the back of the head of Grim, slams him down. Fight back with the short arm clothesline. His hammer style shots. Following up with a pair of elbows now to the forehead. Grim has always been aggressive. Mega Ran's just been finding it lately. Sick neck breaker. First cover attempt here. Only gets a 1 count. Rand looking for those elbows, gets taken out of the head hold by Grim. Slams him backwards one more time by the beard and hair. Brings Grim back up to a knee. Has a hold of him, maintains control, snaps him back down with another snapmare. Figure fours the neck one more time, gets the 3 elbows. Right between the eye paint. Double axe handle, hits low. About a 2.1 count. Grim fighting back with a hip toss. Fighting back, pair of clotheslines. Sends Rain into the corner. Runs through with a hip attack, off the ropes. Diving cross body. Gets caught with an arm drag takedown by Rand. Facebuster drop. Rand spins Grim around. Has him up. Fully charged Mega Buster. The Headhunter champion escapes successfully here tonight. After getting bum rushed at the beginning. There's that running double axe handle. Looked like it may have hit a bit low. I don't have a good enough angle at it to really tell. We see that fully charged Mega Buster bounces Grim's head off the mat. One more look at it. Complete with the pole. Thanks, camera guy. And your Headhunter champion is now on a roll. And that's going to do it for us here on Storm. So until next week, I don't know when our next show is going to be. I have been your voice of choice, DrMarxout, signing off. Pay attention to the rest of the triad. We're doing big things. Have a good rest of your week.